I'm excited to bring you my unboxing and first impressions of the Danessa Myricks and James Malloy brush collaboration. If you're interested in seeing me unbox them, then keep watching. There are 5 different sets available. I picked up one of the 5, but I'll run through all of them so you know what the options are. The most expensive set available is what they call the Ultimate Edition. That comes with 40 pieces, so 40 brushes ranging from large face brushes all the way down to small detail brushes. It comes with a vegan leather roll. I picked up the Face Edition, which comes with 17 face-specific brushes, and it comes with a small vegan leather pouch. The starter edition comes with 10 brushes, also comes with that small vegan leather pouch, and the starter edition includes a range of brushes all the way from face brushes to small detail brushes. The next option is the Eye Edition. The Eye Edition comes with 12 brushes that are specifically designed for achieving eye looks. It also comes with that small vegan leather pouch. And then the final option available is what they call the Detail Edition. It comes with 11 brushes, the small vegan leather pouch, and the detail brushes are designed to help you achieve those precise eye and face looks that you might be going for. So those are the 5 different options available. Without further ado, let's actually open this up and see what it looks like. So it is brand new. I have not opened it up. I've been saving it for you. So it comes in this box. So it just has the title of the brush collection. On the back, there are all of the different brushes listed out so that you know what the names are, what the numbers are. Inside of the box, it comes with some packaging. And then there is our vegan leather pouch. So the pouch, at first glance and sort of feel, my first impressions are that it's okay. It's what you might expect with a vegan leather pouch. Inside of the pouch, here are my brushes packaged up in this plastic wrap. All 17 brushes are actually individually wrapped, which is really nice. So at first glance, the brushes look very similar to the Makeup Forever brushes. So that's nice because I actually really do like the Makeup Forever brushes. This is the Targeted Fluff brush, and it's an extra large brush, but at first glance, the quality is there. It's definitely giving quality. It has a hefty weight to it. That's always one of the things that I use to gauge brush quality, is like, how weighty is the actual brush? So this large fluff brush I think will come in really handy for applying powders to my face. That is the MY22, and I'm just gonna pull them up in no particular order because I'm literally just grabbing them. So this is the MY11, which is the airbrush domed brush. Oh, at first glance, I like that. So that is a large, fluffy, domed brush that you can use to apply highlighters, cream products, powder products. I might also use this to apply my cream bronzer to my nose to really help me get that precise, carved out, sort of more contoured bronze look to the nose. But this is an airbrush domed brush. On the ends of the barrel here, you actually see the lettering and you see the names in this silver writing. Again, the brush quality, I know I've only opened 2, is definitely given nice so far, which is really nice because this wasn't a cheap set by any means. Okay, this is the MY15, or my 15, I guess I can say. This is the airbrush flat taper. So this is a tapered brush, which is really nice. This would be a really nice blush brush. At first glance, I can tell this is almost perfect for applying blush highlight products. You could also use it to set underneath your eyes as well. Just depends. I mean, you know my MO if this is not your first time watching. I'm a little bit of a brush connoisseur, and I honestly use brushes however I see fit. So this brush, I can see like 3 to 4 or 5 different uses right out the gate, but I know this would be a really nice blush brush for sure. Let's see what we got next. Okay, we have a fan brush here. This is the My Yummy Shaper brush. It's a fan brush. That's a really interesting fan brush. The only fan brush that I have in my collection currently is a brush from MAC Cosmetics, which I've had for a while. And I love that one. It's a lot bigger than this one. This one is a little on the small end, but I could see myself using it to also apply highlighter products. That's typically what fan brushes are used for. So next, we'll go in with the MY5, which is the large angle. So this is a shaper brush. This is an angled brush. It's again a little misshapen, so the shape is a little off because it's just coming out of the packaging here. But this would be a really nice brush to use to contour or bronze the face. It's a little on the small side for me, but I can see it being a really nice brush to use if you want that more targeted application of your contour or your bronzer. You could also use it to apply blush. It's a little on the small side for me personally. But, you know, if that's your jam or you have a smaller face shape, I could see that working out really nicely for you. Again, this is the large angle. That's interesting that it's called the large angle because it's a little on the small side to be considered large for me. Let's see what the next brush is. So this is a base flat brush and it's the number 3. I'll come in close so that you can see. This is an interesting brush. So I could see this brush being good to apply concealer, cream, and liquid products to the face. I could also see this brush being good to set. If you want to really pack that product in, the powder, to set areas of your face, particularly highlighter or concealer products, this would probably be a really good brush to use. This is a base flat brush, and again, this is the number 3. So this brush is the MY21, and it is called the Targeted Fluff Brush, also large. So first impressions of this brush, and just any brush titled large, is large doesn't really mean large. I would say large means medium or small. There was this extra large brush, the first one, this Targeted Fluff Extra Large. This feels like large to me. So large for this particular brush collection is worth noting is actually more on the smaller side, at least in my opinion. I can see this brush being perfect for setting your under eye concealer and also applying highlighter product. I know I just said that. This brush, the last brush that I picked up, would actually be really good for that. Again, this is the number 3, but I actually think this number 21 would actually be a lot better for setting and applying highlighter to the face. I think that it's the perfect size for those 2 uses. Let's see what I have up next. 17 brushes is no joke. So this is the number 6. This is called a flat angle brush. Ooh, I like this brush. Let's come in there so that you can see. Look at the angled shape on this brush and look at the way the fibers look on this particular brush. I think this brush would be great for applying your foundations. The liquid, cream, and maybe even stick foundation can be buffed into the face with this particular brush. And because it has that flat angle, that will be perfect for allowing you to sort of get into the corners and contours of the face. And one thing that I want to note right away is that this brush feels pretty hefty. I can tell that the brush is pretty densely packed and that it is of great quality. I'll come in there again so that you can see. I am excited about this brush. Next, we have the number 1, so on the opposite end. So this is the number 1. This is a large angle. Now this is a brush that could be called a large brush. This brush, I can tell right away, will be perfect for buffing foundations into the face. Again, I think this flat one could do the job as well, but I think the number 1 will work even better. And it is just, here, let me make sure that I am coming in there and showing you how soft, as best as I can, showing you how densely packed the bristles are. But trust me when I say these brushes are very soft, and the number 1 is probably the softest brush that I've felt since I've been going through these brushes. I am really excited about this number 1. I can tell this brush will get regular use because I love me some foundations and just applying base products to my face. I can tell this brush will do wonders to actually work in those base products, namely my liquid creams and stick foundation. I'm so excited about that brush. That's probably my favorite brush. So this one is the Fluffy Angle Medium. So this is the number 9. Oh, I like this brush already. I wonder if you can tell that it has a tapered look to the brush. You can see the longer fibers at the top, and you can see the shorter ones towards the bottom here. This brush will be perfect, I can already tell, at working in those cream products. For me in particular, concealer. I can tell that after I've let my concealer dry down on the face, this brush is going to be perfect, not only just in size, but also just in the way that it's constructed, in the density of the actual bristles themselves. I know that it will be perfect for applying the concealers and really buffing them into my face. Like, I like the brushes that I opened earlier, but I feel like now I'm getting to the brushes that I'm really excited about. So here is the large fluffy angle brush. So it looks just like this brush. Come in there so that you can see. So this is the large one. So it's definitely a lot larger than the other one. This one might be good as well to help really blend and bring together the concealer with some of the other complexion products like the cream contour or the cream bronzer products on the face and the foundation. I mean, honestly, again, you can use these brushes however you see fit. I could see myself buffing in the concealer that I typically use around my mouth. So that's so nice to have the two of these in this. Like, at first glance, I'm excited about that. And again, the quality on both the brushes is legit from what I can tell. First impressions. We'll see how this stuff wears over time, obviously. So then this one is a large taper. Let me grab the small taper in just a minute, but I'll just go in and show you. Here's the large taper here, which again, this brush would be really good for applying your highlight. You can use this to set underneath your eyes if you like to really go in and just be efficient and apply as much product as you can. This could take the place of setting with a sponge or one of those little triangles. This size and shape of this one is perfect for getting underneath the eyes and could also be perfect for applying and setting powders. In particular, I'm thinking your bronzer products to the areas where you have applied cream and liquid bronzers. This, for me in particular, I think it could be nice over in this area of my face, on my chin, and even on my forehead around my hairline. I feel like this is the number 14 would be really good for that. Okay, we're getting down to the end. We only have 5 brushes left. Bear with me. Okay, so this one is a small version of the one that we saw earlier. This is the small angle, and this is in the number 4. I'll go in there so that you can see the number 4. It is the baby of this one, which is the number 6. So just to show you what it looks like, I could use this brush to buff in cream products, liquid products, light concealers, liquid and cream highlighters. So you can use it if you want to get really precise with applying your cream and liquid bronzers and contour products to the face. Now we have the 13, which is the small taper. Oh, that's really cool. So the small taper would be really perfect to set under eye concealer, to set and apply your highlighter to the face. You can see just the size alone makes it really ideal for that. It is the small version of the large taper, which I'll go in with both of them so that you can see the size difference there. I think I definitely could get use out of this brush. You know, just looking at them, I'm already starting to think about the ways that I might use them, but again, I'll just play with it over time. So this is the number 12. This is a airbrush multi-use brush. I would use it to buff in on the crease of my eye, my powder bronzers. For the most part, I typically take whatever bronzer product that I'm wearing and apply it in my crease and on my lid. And this brush is the perfect size to actually both lay the product down and really buff it into my crease area. And so I could see myself using this multi-use brush for that purpose. I could see myself using this multi-use 12 brush to apply some concealer to the face as well. But probably the primary way that I'll use it is, like I said at first, which is just to blend in the products in my crease area of the eye. Okay, we're down to the wire here. We have the 10. So this is this fluffy angle brush. It's a small. So it's this small version of a brush that I've already showed you 2 of. It has that tapered barrel. So I'll compare it to the medium. So you can see how it looks compared to the medium here. There is the medium and there is the small. So this brush will be perfect to apply and pack on eyeshadow, but one of the main ways I already know that I'm going to use this brush is, like I just said, to apply concealer. I will be working in particular, my NARS Light Reflecting Under Eye Brightener. I already can tell that it is the perfect shape to sort of dip down in that pot and apply that concealer under the eye. Just looking at the bristles themselves, I can tell that it will be perfect for applying the cream emollient products underneath my eyes. So that brush will get a lot of use. And this is a cute little one. This is a small angled brush. There were a couple angled brushes. So this one is the number 2. So I'll compare it to the number 1, which is probably the brush that I'm most excited about. So here is the large and here is the small. So large, small here. So very excited. I could see myself using this brush again to apply concealer. I love how the handle feels. The handles on these brushes are really nice. I could see myself easily holding on to them and applying my base products. So that's all 17 brushes in the My Yummy brush collection. First impressions are that the brush quality, again, I'll just restate this, is giving high. Like the quality is there. I love the way the barrels look. I like the mix of the wood and the actual metal. So I love the handles, the wood handles in the black barrels. I love the heftiness and the weight and the actual feel of real quality that you get with the brushes. I love the different bristles that the two collaborators use depending on the use case for each of the brushes. Like for instance, the brushes that are clearly designed to apply liquid cream and stick foundations often look very different from the brushes that are designed to use to apply powder product. That's really nice that there was so much thoughtfulness that went into these brushes. And I'm not surprised at all because the Danessa Myricks line, if you're not familiar with them, so they often release products that are more cream to powder finish, which is really nice. And that requires sometimes brushes that are really up for the task that you can use to seamlessly apply those types of products, because not all brushes are created equal. Again, you do not need to spend a lot of money on brushes, because I have my fair share of really expensive brushes all the way through to brushes that are more on the inexpensive side as well. Other thing worth noting is I like the variety of brushes. I do like that while it might feel redundant to some, that there are often brushes that are small, medium, and large. So there's different sizes, again, just to meet your different needs depending on the size of your face, your preference. Because again, as I was running through each of the brushes with you, I was trying to anticipate how I might use the brushes, but to some extent, I just won't know until I start using the brushes. So I do like that you have the options. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I sincerely appreciate you. If you are not part of the family already, consider subscribing so you don't miss my weekly uploads. Like this video, drop a comment down below. Are you consider picking up any of the brushes in this limited edition collaboration? And until next time.